got something hot in the bob. I'ma pull up this spot on the block. Homie, let's talk.
What up, Organic, King of the Dot? Chill.
What up, it's your boy GullyTK.
How's it going, guys? Man, it's a pleasure to meet you too, man. You guys have been doing really big things for the music scene, especially in Canada. Also, now you guys are going international with it, so huge what you guys have done for the scene. It's a pleasure to meet you guys, man.
Thank you.
So for all our fanatics that are watching and viewers at home on YouTube, can you let them know what KOTD is and when it started?
Yeah, King of the Dot is a premier rap battle league. It started back in 2008 in Alleyway in Toronto, and in 2020 we're still steamrolling.
Hey.
Awesome. Gully, do you mind just telling a little bit deeper details about what those 10 years, 12 years have put you guys through?
Man, we've been through it all. Like when this first started, it was, you know, never expected to get to the level that it's at. And yeah, I remember when he told me the idea of wanting to start a rap battle thing, and it was just like, yeah, man, whatever you need my support, I got you. And the first event started off in an alleyway, and it just kind of like, from then on, it just, each event started getting bigger and bigger, and here we are 12 years later. Like,
Gully wasn't even really into battle rap that much when we first started, you know, like we went to high school together, not even high school, we went to junior school together, you know, like I knew him, I think when I was in the second grade, we didn't even see each other for like 15, 20 years and just kind of reconnected through music.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. So MySpace was popping, you know?
Yep.
And then, you know, I knew he was doing the music thing. I was kind of active in the battle world and, you know, just kind of rekindled a friendship, I guess you can say. And, you know, when I started doing King of the Dot, it just made sense to involve him.
Awesome.
Two geniuses, man. I'm telling you right now, that was the smartest move you guys ever made, getting back together, man, because look what you guys created. That was dope. So that was actually kind of my next question, is whose idea was it? And I guess you answered that. It was Organic's idea. What gave you the idea? What gave you the inspiration to want to create King of the Dot?
I mean, I've been battle rapping since I was a little kid. You know, I was 13, 14 years old, rapping, battling. You know, I was very active, and then started going in competitions around the age of 17. You know, pretty much won like almost everything I entered multiple times. That was always my goal, try to win a competition 3 times and then just be out. So I did that a lot around Toronto. But just felt like that was like the light at the end of the tunnel. There was nothing more than that. Like you could win everything, and like what do you really get from it? You know what I mean? Like I don't control the footage. I don't even know if my footage is ever gonna come up anywhere, because back then like YouTube was a foreign concept.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you brought a camera to a battle rap event, you were pretty much just a guy to rob. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it was way back. Like nobody had technology like that. So carrying around handy cams that were that big, everyone would just be, it was very at a place for like someone to just randomly have on them. It's not like a cell phone. So, you know, footage was almost non-existent. You really had to work hard and build a name, just like being consistent within the battle scene, showing up to every event, making sure people knew who you were. But, you know, I remember I won like, you know, probably like 30 competitions. I'd go on Hip Hop Canada and read about the event, and everyone would be, oh, who won? And be, oh, the skinny white kid won again. So like people didn't even know my name, you know what I mean? Like, and it was like almost infuriating. So, you know, when then BET Spring Bling came back, like I won that in 2006, it came back in 2008, I won it again, I didn't get the prize again. And then it was pretty much like,
They just don't want to give you the prize.
Yeah, people, you know, I just realized that people aren't really gonna make things the way you want them to be. Even though you grow up foreseeing something some way, it doesn't really mean that's the reality of it. And I think I found that out young. So, you know, I was just very into the battle rap scene. Always young kid, Juice, Supernat, Tone Deaf, and you know, Esoteric, and PH, and many styles. A lot of these people I was just into at a young age. You know, I thought freestyling was really dope. Used to download everything off Napster.
Hey.
And, you know, once competitions, like, actually, this is what really got me into it, is I used to do this thing online called Whack MCs, and what SoundCloud is now used to be SoundClick back in the day, in relevance, right? Like, and we used to have a group on there, and we were pretty big, so I kind of got scouted off that to join a battle in Toronto. I was underage at the time, but I used my sister's friend's ID, and I got in, and I ended up winning the competition, and
Hey.
you know what I mean? And from there on out, I was pretty much addicted to it. So, you know, I just started realizing in Toronto, and I think like it was kind of like a worldwide thing. It just wasn't what we wanted it to be. You know, like I'd be so excited about this event, I'd show up and it was just 30 people in a room. It was very like, man, I dragged all my friends out for this. Like this is kind of low-key embarrassing, you know. And then the names of them were always trash too, like License to Ill Champion, like I didn't want to write that anywhere. Like I didn't, like it's not something you want to brag about. So the concept was pretty much like creating like, you know, a battle rap event that everybody in the city would want to win, and you know, that would be like the pinnacle, and who would be the king of Toronto, you know. And it just really, we couldn't get a venue, you know, too young. Nobody wanted to give us a venue at the age of 21. They didn't trust it. They didn't trust rap battling, you know what I mean? And hip hop in general, because like social media didn't exist, so the stigma was very different. It was just what the media portrayed of it, and kind of like what you foreseen, which was all through music videos, right? So it wasn't easy being a young kid to go book like an opera house or something like that. They wanted like $5,000 deposits. It just never worked out. So, you know, we just made it work in an alleyway with a handy cam and a bunch of people that just wanted it to go down. And apparently that's all you really needed. It was just a bunch of motherfuckers that really wanted it to happen.
A bunch of down people.
We
The
didn't
birth.
need all the other stuff, you know. And it's funny because, you know, we never knew what it would be. You know, I wouldn't have called it King of the Dot if I knew it was going to spawn into what it is today, because it was really just about to try to be like.
Did you have some other names for it?
I mean, it was with the King of the Dot was supposed to be the stage battles. Put
Okay.
your money where your mouth is was the street battles. But then it just became like so much easier to say King of the Dot, reference KOTD over like PYIM, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Okay.
Put your money where your mouth is, you know? And it just made it so much easier. So that just like, every time people would talk about it, it's like, yo, you're going to King of the Dot, you're going, so it's just like, fuck it, just embrace it. You know what I mean? And back then we were so Canadian, like it was not, you know, the Americans weren't even looking our way or anything like that. So, you know, we didn't even think twice of it. You know, I remember people making a big deal of it when we went to Vancouver, like, oh, I'm not battling King of the Dot, I'm from Vancouver. And like, you know, they were like, because it's like named after the dot, right? But, you know, name aside, it didn't really matter, you know what I mean? If I could go back, I'd probably change the name, but I'm happy I get to pay homage to the city we came from. So it's a beautiful thing.
So you started battling real young, that's where this all came from. And people that just wanted to get down to battle rap, was it an easy momentum to organize it? Because organizing an event, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of hard work for that, right?
The beginning events definitely were, because I think I was one of the only people that were really active in Canada. So I was one of the few people that did have YouTube footage and stuff from competitions coming out. So I'd always be having people hit me up like, yo, how do I get in this? How do I get in this? And I never really had the answers. A lot of competitions I would enter, I'd find out about the night before and be like, shit, I gotta find my way there tomorrow. Never mind contacting 30 people to let them know about it, right? So that's really what it was. It was like being able to just kind of go through my, you know, my inbox on like YouTube. At the time, that was what was popping, you know, same with MySpace, or sorry, not YouTube, MySpace, and collect the people and be able to, you know, organize this. And that's really what it was. It was like, look, we're gonna do this on this date, you down. I think we did the first event on like a 2-week notice. Everyone had like 2 weeks, not a month. I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I think it may have been a week. You know, Kid Twist and Poor Rich, Bartone, OD, Tricky P, and HFK.
That was the first event.
The first
6 battlers.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yo, geez.
That's awesome, man. So, you know, like that was 2008.
Yeah.
Right? 2008,
You know
you'd
what's
say?
funny about that is OD is actually Lotus from Lunch from Poets.
Oh, dope.
No
That's
way.
crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, man.
guy,
Lotus
man.
is fly too, man.
My
Lotus,
guy.
yeah, he's good, man.
Fire, yeah.
That whole group actually is I'm very impressed at the bar spitting abilities of that whole group.
Kids can rap.
I am not disappointed in any one of them. So-
They've all been able to rap for a long time too, so it's dope to start to get the look.
Yeah, 100%. So it's 2020 now. You guys have over like 150 battle MCs on your roster. Who's your favorite, both of you?
It's tough, bro.
I know.
It's tough to show favoritism to like anyone in a competition-based format, because anytime I go to put a battle up with them, anyone's gonna think I'm biased towards them. You know? So I'm gonna say, like, you know, my favorites to watch. I'm a big Pat Stay fan to watch. I'm a big, you know, there's a lot of people that there's all the big names, but like I'll be real. Like I get just as much entertainment going to the Ground Zero events, because I think like there's a different aura coming out of like up and comers. You don't know if they're gonna be good. You don't know if they're gonna be shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're great. And I
They're
think
hungry.
That makes it a little more exciting. You know, I know what to expect out of the big guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you watch a Will Ferrell movie, you know what kind of comedy you're gonna
Of course.
get, right? But if you find a new comedian, one day it may just strike a different spot of
Okay,
you know,
cool.
your humor that you might like a little more. So I think like that's what's cool about Ground Zero is new talent's always emerging.
Yeah, that's like my reference to college ball in the NBA. I like to watch college ball a lot better because the experience
more
is
exciting.
different.
Yeah, you could see it in them. Yeah. life-changing moments for those kids.
Have you found an MC that you've been with from the start, think kind of a newbie that you've seen kind of grow and progressively get better?
Sharon, for
yeah,
sure.
100% Sharon. I've watched Sharon grow
When he
into a man.
first started,
You
yeah,
know, like
facts.
Sharon when he first came around would be that guy that would see you with weed and be like, man, you're gonna smoke that whole joint to yourself, like, you know, like he was so like.
Shout out to Sharon.
Yeah, such a virgin to life, man. But like watching him evolve into the artist he is, into the man he is, into the person he is probably like one of the most rewarding things I've had involved with King of the Dot, because the kid is so successful. He's such a positive person. He's such a good.
He's acting now and everything.
Man, there's not much more you can ask for when
Super
and he's
talented.
super great,
talented.
like grateful. He's appreciative. He's kind to people. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit. Like
He's a genuine dude, eh?
Bro, he like personifies a fucking Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. That's great.
So, but he's a great person, bro. And anytime I see Sharon, it just him be successful puts a smile on my face.
Man, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So like, not only do you guys have like some of the best battlers in the world, but you guys had like such a good lineup of guest judges as well.
Yeah.
You know, and Drake being one of those guest judges at an event as well. Like, what's it like to like get to meet the GOAT of Canada and actually like become his friend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Drake actually judged any battles.
No,
I don't think-
he came through and hosted with us.
Yeah, he's
a couple.
hosted and he ran an event with us. He did Blackout 5. He set up all the battles with me and everything like that. We went through that whole process together. So shout out Drake, you know what I mean? I almost had him battling at that event too, but
Yep.
that's a funny one.
That'd be crazy. I'd love to see Jake start some
Yeah,
words.
we actually had it so close to
We were
happening.
close. It was
Like,
close to
literally,
going down.
What
it's like,
stopped
yo,
it?
And who was it?
Mook, Murder Mook.
Oh,
They were
darn,
close.
that would have been a good one.
Mook was actually prepping in the back room for it.
Of course he
actually
was.
had to go back
Yeah,
there. We had
it
to
was-
get him a room and prep. It was crazy.
Was that just on the spot? They didn't have bars prepared for
Nah,
that,
like
did
it
they?
was pretty much like me and Drake and Gully had set up Blackout 5 all together. We had been working together for a long time, so I think we really set up the best battle event in the world at that moment. So I think just in the time, the energy, and everything, when it all came to fruition, Drake was just like, "Yeah, I think I'm ready for this." And he brought us up in a room and was like, "Yo." What do you say? He's like, life's about making moments. He's like, let's make some fucking history or something. He's
He
like,
was
we could
ready.
change
You
the
could
world.
tell.
He's
You
like, we
could-
could change the world this
yeah.
weekend. And that was pretty much it. He wanted to battle Mook, and it was very close to happening. And I always say he would have done well in it.
For sure.
I think he would.
Yeah,
sure, Drake's
he
got
definitely-
bars.
He wouldn't put himself
watches
in
it,
no
he
position to
studies
get
it.
crushed, man.
Yeah,
Hell no.
especially at the King of the Dot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is when you're in, I feel like that essence of the environment, you just get turned on. Like the adrenaline is there. He would have been hype,
Oh, yeah.
to
It's the
perform.
best, that energy when you're in the circle and it's just two
Go
battlers
time.
going at it. That's what I do this for.
Yeah.
It's like that you get that little rush of like it's nuts.
That's good, man.
He's a real solid guy, man. You know what I mean?
sure,
Real
shout
nice
out to
person. He looks out for the city and everything like that.
For
so,
sure.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Drake for sure, man. That's huge. Not even that you guys are just battlers, man. Like a couple of you guys have been acting. I've seen I like the movie Bodied.
Yeah.
That was a huge opportunity for some of the King of the Dot artists as well. Disaster Kid, Twist, Hollow to Dawn was in there, Pat Stay, Thesaurus. All these guys had parts in the movie. How did that even all come to life?
I actually filmed a movie back in 2010 with the director. His name is Joseph Kahn. He's actually like the biggest music video director of all time. And yeah, we did a movie called Detention, and he had actually scouted me from watching me battle Disaster. And he was just, I guess when he was scripting the movie, he was like, yo, I had a foreign exchange student written as this, and he's like, I saw you battle. He's like, I just changed the whole script to be you. So he's like, I need you to come to Los Angeles and act in this movie. And I wasn't even gonna do it at first because I didn't know who he was at the moment. I thought I was like almost being fucking pranked. I'm
I
like,
remember that call, actually.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was
I
like
think I was
telling
like
you,
20
it's like,
years
he's
old at the
huge.
time and being like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So whatever, actually, he ended up telling me, he's like, yo, once in a while you get a phone call that'll change your life forever. So I ended up jumping on a flight, went to Los Angeles, did that movie. And he always just told me, dumbfounded, one day I'm gonna do a movie about battle rap. And I guess, in 2016, 2017, he must have contacted Kid Twist. He started writing it and, came to fruition.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that's the birth of Bodied right there. We watched that the other day. I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's dope.
You know, it wasn't on Netflix.
Yeah.
It wasn't anywhere easy. You have to watch it on YouTube.
I know, YouTube
You know?
Premium, and then they never really went hard.
I paid for the YouTube Premium just to watch it.
Shit, you're the man, bro.
Yeah, it shows
No, it's
like
sick.
a good embodiment of the scene. They really tried to make it as realistic as possible, and
I just like how the kids studied every little bar and every way he could possibly do it, and then he does it.
If you don't know much about battle rap, that's watching that movie is definitely gonna,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of know like, okay, now I understand what's
For
gonna
sure.
happen, how it's gonna go down.
Or just watch King of the Dot.
Yeah.
Or that, but that kind of shows you the lead up, how he's, you know, preparing for everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it shows you all the
100%.
steps to do.
100%.
So you guys have been around a long time, and so with current circumstances with COVID, it's kind of changed how we are doing things in crowds. KOTD does bring a lot of people to its events, and a lot of people love the movement. Now you're doing something Grand Prix style event. Is that right? Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, like the Grand Prix is a format we ran in 2010, 2011, 2012. You know, it really doesn't have much to do based on COVID. I think COVID restrictions just limit the amount of people we can have in each building. You know what I mean? I would love if it wasn't COVID, because you know these shows would have probably a couple hundred people at each one of them. You know what I mean? But right now, I think we're limiting each event to 30 people: the artists, the staff, and you know that's pretty much it. So. Yeah, the Grand Prix is, you know, it's pretty much the most prestigious award you can get in battle rap. It's a $50,000 USD grand prize, world title match, basically change your life money. You know what I mean?
And that's honestly like, I was called a culture vulture the other day, you know, and I just want to point out like people that are putting other artists on, and people that are kind of like media people, and people that are hosting big events for battle rappers and stuff like that. Giving away $50,000, how is that in any way bad for the culture? You are blessing somebody that worked their whole life for what they're doing right now,
Loves
and
company, man.
right? And that's what I'm saying. So I really give it up to you guys. I couldn't believe it. You know, you guys announced that it was you announced that it's the biggest cash prize giveaway first. And that's when I seen it, and then I seen that it was 50,000, and that's crazy, man. So like, what made you guys want to give away 50 grand?
You know, it's something we've always wanted to do. We always wanted to throw events where we can give away big grand prizes. I think like, you know, having the opportunity to do so is just based on the timing. You know, battle rap is a very funny thing, you know, momentum and everything like that. So it really just, all the cards kind of fell into place, you know. Hell, I'd like to give away $100 grand next year. I'd like to give away $250,000 in a couple.
You heard it
years,
here
you know,
first
so,
on Let's Talk Music Reviews.
You know, that's the goal, man. You know, it's always to be improving, always to be upping it. And, you know, I told people last year we're going to be giving away the biggest prize in battle rap. You know what I mean? And we're just making do on that, really.
And that's amazing, man. This event, I really feel like it's gonna do well for you guys now that you guys have kind of partnered up with Twitch. Now that you guys have partnered up with one of the biggest streaming platforms, Twitch, which is absolutely amazing. Congratulations, that's awesome. Do you guys really feel like this might be the new normal for battle leagues?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Live entertainment, you know, is kind of like, you got to really follow the trend. I think of like, you know, digital, like the digital side of things, the tech side of things. You know, YouTube was a big one, and now it seems like live is, you know, the next step in chat interaction and everything. You see even Instagram, Facebook, everybody kind of pushing towards the live model, allowing these like widgets that allow, you know, live on their platforms
Donations
and everything like that. So that really seems to be the model for the future, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, we were always doing live events. You know, we just used to do it for pay-per-view, so now we're able to do it and give it away for free.
Awesome.
Boom.
So you guys have a lot of business success.
Yeah.
And I follow your Instagrams, and I see a lot of personal success as well. Congratulations on your your son's first year of birthday. What would you say is your biggest personal success yourself?
I mean, for you,
Definitely having a kid, like it definitely changes you for the better, more focus. Like, you know, it's about somebody else now. So definitely, that's mine, hands down.
Mine is just pretty much, you know, making it to this point. You know, I don't got no kids or nothing like that, but you know, I got a solid family. I got good people around me. That's pretty much it. You know, stay around.
All right, Gully, 358 posts on Instagram. Dude, what's your first post? Do you remember your first post?
It's probably me.
That's
I
right.
love like in the camera. Like,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
pictures, it's definitely.
It is.
me?
It's you.
Oh.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, it's
Organic.
probably me.
328 posts. What's your first post?
Blackout 2 flyer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I know it. 'Cause
Good job.
I remember the day I posted it, I was sitting in a McDonald's. And
Wow.
I remember it was actually when Blackout 2 was happening, and then it was like the day before we were all in a McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, down on Young Street, the one right at Young in College. And I remember
He's like,
sitting
yeah?
there
Years
creating
ago.
my Instagram account for the first time. And I don't know if the McDonald's post is still up there. I probably deleted it by now, but yeah, I remember doing that. The Blackout
Dope.
flyer.
Dope.
Post number 1.
So let our fanatics know where they can find the Grand Prix and follow along the battles.
Twitch.tv/King of the Dot, live every single Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's going down, man. Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
So aside from business, just a little wacky question we always ask our people on our interviews. If your friends and your family were outside on the curb safe,
And your pets.
and your pets, and you had to run back inside your burning house to grab one item, what would that item be?
Damn. That's a good question.
Wait, you said family and pets are safe?
It would definitely be something nostalgic, you know, like something like, I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good one.
That is. I've never been asked that. That's good. Afraid.
To be honest with you, probably my laptop or my phone
Yeah,
or
that's
some
exactly what I was
stupid
about to
shit
say.
like that. I'd run in there and start hesitating, like, oh fuck, trying to
Cell
grab.
phone, that's
I'd end
where
up grabbing the
everything's
dumbest
at,
shit.
you know?
I'd probably walk out with like a box of fucking rice or something like that, you know, like just panicking, like not knowing what to do, thinking I grabbed something valuable and run outside. It's like a fucking loaf of bread.
That's what I was gonna say. Probably my
comes out
phone,
with a
because
This
everything-
girl's like, why did you
everything's
grab the
on my
minute
phone.
rice?
So I would say probably my phone. 'Cause
And
my
a charger.
My whole life,
Yeah.
just grab the whole thing right out because everything is on my phone.
That's great.
All my
That's
notes,
great.
all my business, everything's.
Yeah, I'd definitely panic, man.
All right, man. So you know what, you guys have been running an amazing league. We want to congratulate you guys on all your success. It's huge. There's a lot of upcoming battlers as well, and there's just so much room to grow. You guys have so much more room to grow. I know you're saying that you couldn't believe where you are now. Well, we'll just wait another 5-10 years. It's gonna get bigger, 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 bigger. But for all those upcoming MCs that are new to the game and that are hungry, like at Ground Zero, what is some amazing advice that you guys could give to the young up-and-comer battlers?
Stay consistent. Don't give a shit what people think. Number 1, because no one starts off great. You got to go through the trials and tribulations. Everybody got to learn how to play a guitar before they're great at the guitar. So don't let someone sidetrack you. You never know when your success is gonna come. You know what I mean? You can be shit. You can be great. Opportunities come to everybody. So
Be open
stay
to
working.
criticism,
You know,
you know?
and then yeah, that's another.
Always
open
be ready to
criticism.
improve. I'll usually tell the new guys, you know, like you're great in this aspect, but this right here, fix this. Try to work on this. And you know, if you listen and open into that, you'll get there.
That's amazing. And that criticism, I see you guys taking yourselves because you're always 2 steps ahead. So I know you're doing a pretty big battle league right now on Twitch, which we just discussed, but what's the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021 look like? for King
More of
the
a
Dot?
global vision, just moving more, expanding more global, worldwide. You know, we just connected with like a lot of international leagues from Latin America, Russia, Germany, you know, Argentina, and all stuff like that. So just trying to connect more on a global base and start just doing that, really, you know, allowing people to touch different parts of the world and make that happen.
Perfect, man. Well, it was a pleasure sitting here with you guys. Organic, GullyTK, you already know what it is. Follow them on Instagram, Organic Hip Hop and GullyTK. You already know, founders of King of the Dot, legends.
Hell yeah, and shout out to Let's Talk Media, man. You already know.